This morning, how you all doing? Welcome back to the start of a new video. How you all doing? I feel like I haven't talked to you all it might have been like a week. Yeah, it's going on a week. I haven't talked to you in real time. But I pray that everything been going okay for you all. I pray that you all been staying cool, because I know summer is finally here, and I know a lot of cities and states been getting hit with the heat wave. I pray that you all been staying encouraged and practicing self-care, whatever it may look like for you. Everybody practice self-care differently. Y'all know me, I love to connect with nature. I'm currently sitting here now looking at the YouTube. I've been following this page now ever since, I think, before I even started my channel. It's on YouTube. The little scenery is so beautiful. I was just sitting here while I was reading my daily devotion, Woman for Prayer. If you hear some noise in the back, I got the fan going, because like I say, this room do hold a lot of heat. Like, the room do be getting really hot, so you gotta have the fans going the best way you can. But happy Thursday to you all. I'm actually out today, but I do got a big busy week ahead of me. I do go back tomorrow. We have a team. I mean, not a team. We have a track team coming in. I just said I'm gonna do what I can and what I can't do, because I'm not gonna keep putting no more. I'm not gonna put too much pressure on myself no more about trying to please people. I'm not gonna do that no more. That's already in my head now. All I'm just concerned about is just me trying to do the best I can for myself and show up for myself. That's all I can do. But other than that, yeah, I'm just sitting here, just like I said, just staying motivated and finding ways to keep myself uplifted, because like I say, with the length of time, there's been so much going on. You never hear good news no more. And I was looking at a video a little bit earlier when I was laying in bed before I got up, and I was listening to this guy was saying something about it's sad. Well, he's a little young. He might be 25, 30, but he have a YouTube channel here. I kind of been watching quite a few of his videos lately. Been very inspiring young man. But he was saying it's just really sad how nowadays, it's more, not enough positivity being broadcasted or discussed. It's just so much negativity, and there's already enough of that going on anyway in the times we living in. But he was saying it's just so sad how it's not enough positivity, and I truly agree, because I had came across a video a couple weeks ago, probably maybe 2 weeks ago, and it really touched me. I was kind of got very discouraged and got teary-eyed and listening on this story. It been kind of surfacing on social media lately. I've been kind of watching a lot of people talk about this on their channel, about a young lady here from Nashville. Nashville not too far from Memphis. I think Nashville about like 4 hours away. I've been hearing great things about Nashville, and that's on my list. I would love to travel there one of these days, and I'm praying on it. But the young lady, she was from Nashville. Well, she had owned her own restaurant in Nashville, Tennessee, a chef. beautiful young lady. They say she worked like 7 days straight, just constantly working 7 days straight. So her family kept telling her to, just try to put some time in for yourself and just take a break. They was going to be able to, be there and handle it. While she just take a little mini break. And then said she posted on her social media that she needed a rest, she needed a break, she needed rest. And say she laid down and she never woke back up. And that right there really touched me because of the simple fact that she's 40 years old like me, and I feel like even as women, I feel like sometimes we do carry a lot of weight on our shoulders because we was taught to be like the person that keep the household going. And like I think I was talking to one of my coworkers. She's real sweet. She's working in the housekeeping department, a little bit older lady, and she got a very beautiful spirit. She always tell me to keep my, stay prayed up. Every time I see her, I be enjoying talking to her at the time, I'm at work. And she was just, I can't even get my words out, but yeah, she was just saying, yeah, you got to stay prayed up, and, just don't let what's happening stop you from, doing the best you can. But it just really touched me because when we was talking that day, she was like, yeah, we just never get a break. Us women, us mothers, we never get a break. Like, being a mother, that's a job right there, a full-time job. Then you got to go on a job and work another full-time job. Especially when you're doing it by, yourself, when you as a single person. But the thing is, I'm starting to notice nowadays people judge single moms, and then they'll start saying, like, I've been seeing a lot of this now even on social media, and it's really sad because can't nobody predict the future. Like, you can't predict what's going to happen to you in your future. And first thing I noticed was being taught now with social media is every time, like, if a single mom come on, if they have a channel or if they just have a social media account period, and they might open up and share some things about what they really going through as far as, like, taking care of themselves and their kids and the struggle and stuff. Like, I feel like most people feel like that a lot of things that's happening to others might not happen to them. Like, they'll usually judge that person based off what the person's sharing, and meaning that you never know what might happen to you in the future. First thing they say, oh, they should have thought about that before they had kids. You should have kept your legs closed. Or, I'm like, but don't it take two to make a baby? I mean, and then even as black women, and like I say, even us women in general, but more so with the black community, I noticed, because it's really, to me, it's really sad when it come down to the black community on certain things. Like, they'll be hiding about people labeled, where's the daddies? I think I mentioned this a little bit while back, but I'm starting to see it more and more now. Where's the daddies? Why the daddies ain't helping? We need to stop making poor choices, laying down with people, and they're not. I'm like, you don't know what these people, you never know what you might go through in life, or what might happen to you in life to have you in a certain era or area in your life that might affect you, if it's financially or whatever. You can't predict your future. I'm gonna say that again. You can't predict your future. And I just wish people would stop labeling others as this type, like, oh, you the angry black woman. But then if you have a woman that's trying to do the best she can, and providing for herself the best way she can, then next thing you know, that they go, well, maybe that's why some of the men don't want them, because they hot about they too independent. I mean, it's like we can't get a break. It's like we can't get a break. And it's like these last couple of days, I've mostly been kind of indulging in videos that I feel like, even though I'm overall the person that keep myself motivated, I just been pretty much binge watching, besides my favorite content creators or whatever. I haven't been on Instagram. Instagram just a whole new. I don't even think I might get back on there for a while, because Instagram just not me, and I'm not even trying to have multiple social media accounts anyway. Like I said, I'm trying to continue to grow myself on this platform, and just focus on this at the current moment. But I'm not trying to have multiple platforms and I'm not gonna, put that on myself. But it's like, it's just sad that, we just never can have a break. Like, we was taught to do these things. Even when you go into school, you was taught to do this in this way. You was taught to do this in this way. But it's like, it's still not enough. You can be taught to do things in a righteous way, and it's still not enough for some people. Some people still find some type of criticism or judge you based off, what you showing them, or what you, open it up to them about, not knowing what it took you to get to where you at now. Or even if you're a person that have been through it for us, and know what we can handle and what we can tolerate. Like I say, life is hard for a lot of people, and it's very, it's challenging. Like I say, we was never educated on how life might be like, or how, things might turn out as we become adults. All I can say is that people should just really be mindful of what they say about other people, because you reap what you sow. But also, karma is real. That's why I don't even judge people, because like I said, we all trying to figure this thing out anyway. We all trying to figure out life, day by day, as God give us another day to live to see it. But yeah, it's just really sad. Like I said, I just literally been it almost made me want to take like a little social media break. But sometimes I just be wanting to get on there, even if it's no more than me just looking at a podcast or something on, YouTube or video. But yeah, it's just so much, like, it's just so much negativity in this world now, when we really need more positivity, like more positive vibes, more positive, people to speak, positive things over other people, versus tearing someone down because you're not happy with your own life. That's pretty much what I'm been kind of running to lately. Not so many people happy with themselves.